Narrated Abu Ayyub al-Ansari. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, while defecating, neither face nor turn your back to the Qibla but face either east or west. Abu Ayyub added, when we arrived in Sham, we came across some lavatories facing the Qibla, therefore we turned ourselves while using them and asked for Allah's forgiveness. Narrated Ammar bin Dinar. I asked Ibn Umar, can a person who has performed the tawaf around the Kaaba for Umrah but has not performed the Sa'i tawaf of Safa and Marwa have a sexual relation with his wife? Ibn Umar replied, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, reached Mecca, he performed the tawaf around the Kaaba, circumambulated it 7 times. He offered a 2-rakat prayer at the place behind the station of Abraham, and then performed the tawaf, Sa'i of Safa and Marwa, and verily in Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, you have a good example. Then we put the same question to Jabir bin Abdullah, and he too replied, he should not go near his wife for a sexual relation till he has finished the tawaf of Safa and Marwa. Narrated Mujahid. Someone came to Ibn Umar and said, here is Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, entering the Kaaba. Ibn Umar said, I went there, but the Prophet, peace be upon him, had come out of the Kaaba, and I found Bilal standing between its 2 doors. I asked Bilal, did the Prophet, peace be upon him, pray in the Kaaba? Bilal replied, yes, he prayed 2 rakat between the 2 pillars which are to your left on entering the Kaaba. Then Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, came out and offered a 2-rakat prayer facing the Kaaba. Narrated Ibn Abbas. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, entered the Kaaba, he invoked Allah in each and every side of it and did not pray till he came out of it, and offered a 2-rakat prayer facing the Kaaba and said, this is the Qibla. Narrated Bara bin Azib. Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, prayed facing Baitul Maqdis for 16 or 17 months, but he loved to face the Kaaba at Mecca, so Allah revealed, verily, we have seen the turning of your face to the heaven. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, faced the Kaaba, and the fools amongst the people, namely the Jews, said, what has turned them from their Qibla, Baitul Maqdis, which they formerly observed? Allah revealed, say, to Allah belongs the east and the west. He guides whom he will to a straight path. A man prayed with the Prophet, facing the Kaaba, and went out. He saw some of the Ansar praying. They saw prayer with their faces towards Baitul Maqdis. He said, I bear witness that I prayed with Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, facing the Kaaba. So all the people turned their faces towards the Kaaba. Narrated Jabir. Allah's Messenger used to pray, optional, non-obligatory prayer, while riding on his mount, Rahila, wherever it turned, and whenever he wanted to pray the compulsory prayer, he dismounted and prayed facing the Qibla. Narrated Abdullah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, prayed, and the sub-narrator Ibrahim said, I do not know whether he prayed more or less than usual, and when he had finished the prayers he was asked, O Allah's Messenger, has there been any change in the prayers? He said, what is it? The people said, you have prayed so much and so much. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, bent his legs, faced the Qibla, and performed 2 prostrations of Sahu. He finished his prayers with Taslim, by turning his face to right and left, saying, As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. When he turned his face to us, he said, If there had been anything changed in the prayer, surely I would have informed you, but I am a human being like you and liable to forget like you. So if I forget, remind me, and if any one of you is doubtful about his prayer, he should follow what he thinks to be correct and complete his prayer accordingly, and finish it and do 2 prostrations of sahu.